peace of mind. I got money in my mind, that's all the time. They shoot you on cause you're on wine and dine. Get busy in the day, get busy at night, and I might take a break from time to time. My lifestyle spontaneous, I just took me a break, now I need me a flat. My lifestyle spontaneous, yeah, I need me a flat, need peace of mind. Talk is cheap, I don't talk more time, I just do my thing, get busy more time. No new friends, I'm gonna find more time. If you ain't part of the fam, can't hang more time.
To be honest, I'll be a...
Your family, yeah. So we're out here having a general convo, teams out here, you see it? So what's the topic today? Cause I think, my personal opinion, yeah, we should talk about well, black betterment, innit? And to analyse and to find out how the hell we got ourselves in this situation, bro. Because I ain't gonna lie, bro, we're at the bottom because we're fighting, trying to make our way up, cuzzy. So
and how we're gonna get ourselves out?
Yeah, how we gonna fucking right, that's swear word. But yeah, how we gonna?
We need a solution as well.
We need solutions and all that. Yeah. So yeah. So what do you think? How did we get here, cuzzy? You wanna start off first?
I feel like it's there's a lot of manipulation by the media, you know, and I feel like it's a lot of corruption and a lot of every man for himself kind of attitude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've been put in like one of the worst positions, like, you know, the Holocaust, slavery and all of that.
We're taking it back, yeah?
We've been put in the worst positions where it's literally life or death. So where our ancestors had to literally do anything to survive, I feel like that involved a lot of corruption and snaking your people, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like one of them ones, like, it's either you submit to the will of the, you know, your slave masters and all of that.
Ooh, power.
Or you die. You know what I mean? You die, you get whipped and all of that. And I feel like no other race has been put in that position that we have. That's why.
That's a powerful start, cuz.
That's why it's basically just filtered down to today's society. I mean, it's not as bad as it was before, but it's you know what I mean, we're still healing from the scars, you know what I'm saying?
Man, that's powerful, boy, that's powerful. Real Petty, you want to say something to that though, cuz?
I'll say to that is, it's quite a broad question, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
We specifically talking about?
I'm just talking about in general, man. We can even take it back when, you know what I mean? 'Cause I could take it back all the way back to ancient Egypt, where the Assyrians came through and then shut down shop, and I came it fought back. And then the Persians invasion, and then you got the Greeks, and you got the Macedonians, you got the Romes, and so I can break it down all of that there. But yeah, how do you feel that could all of this type of stuff that's been going on in our history reflect us today though? Cause I know for a fact, yeah, that even how we engage ourselves and all that is all like, you know what I mean,
not
like
a natural state.
Yeah, they're not a natural state, and it's what do you think?
Well, as my brother there said, you know what I'm saying, from slavery time, them was there, being divided through a lot of things in terms of, you could be religion, you know what I'm saying, our slaves, you know what I'm saying, Phil Negroes, you know what I'm saying. It's a lot, you know what I'm saying. We've been divided in many ways as people, as generally as well. We've been divided, you know what I mean, through a lot of things. We've been categorized as well. Also the position that we find ourselves in as well. We're still on the plantation, you know what I'm saying. We can just move a bit further, you know what I'm saying, for a bit more freedom, so to speak.
You know what
I'm saying. So it's one of them things where it's like, with this corona thing as well, fam, everybody's, you know what I'm saying, in a way incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? Certain restrictions they're putting on people with the mask and all these things. These things is killing us, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's cold outside Tuesday now.
Yeah, it's keeping my warm right now, bro.
Keeping them warm, but yeah, man, literally. That's what it is.
You're as free as you want them to think you are, like one of them ones. There ain't there's no togetherness in reality, like, you get what I'm saying? When it's like, blacks especially, they ain't no economy together. Man wanna stunt and shine on each other. Only when a madness like the other day happens and you see a lot of people get brought together, then a little while later everybody goes back to the selfish thing.
Same thing, yeah.
So it's trying to stay on your fucking target, you get me? Stay on track. Fucking having a plan, bruv. Like, you know, one of them just having a plan. Having something that can you can make something out of, kind of a thing. Looking after your family ones, building a fucking something that your children can have. That's another thing. You see what you see about black people, you see? Man don't have like, you see like other cultures and whatnot, they got stuff that they get handed down, you know what I'm saying? Not to say that you need to hand out, but they got properties and whatnot, they pass it down to their kids and whatnot. Like there's mad inheritance.
It's a generational thing,
yeah,
you know?
mad generational schemes and whatnot that we don't
Our
have.
generation has been filled with too much.
You get me? So
Then you see also that in terms of not having that system in place, it's also due to opportunity. So not being able to buy property, not being able to take out
And
no,
even jobs as well, because you know what it is, like
Stereotypes and that.
we really have to make sure
we got a lot of stuff that we have to come up against, you know what I'm saying? It's not as easy as it is for everybody else.
See the point that you just said as well, yeah? The systematic way that it wasn't there for man's parents to have them things to pass down generationally, yeah? So then it's time for us, man, to have that to pass down to them. You know what I'm saying? So
now we have that knowledge.
Yeah, where our parents didn't have the opportunities that we have now, even though they're not mad opportunities, but you can build on certain things, set up certain businesses. My thing right now, listen, trading, yeah? Not to say that it's for everybody, but stop trading, currencies especially.
But we need to talk about solutions and everything, yeah.
If you've got some sort of engine that you can use yourself, sit at home, but you've known the strategy, you can make money. I've got a crash course that's out. Anybody that's interested, follow on Instagram. It's at, what's my bloody Instagram name? At YNGPOBI, so that's at Young Polby. It's a 2-part PowerPoint presentation, but at the same time, it's as simple as it needs to be. Don't need to be following a hype of people talking about, oh, you can make this amount of money, that amount of money. You just need a budget, a strategy, and you need discipline. That's all it is. So we get more into that on another time, but at the same time, I just say that to say this, try and have something that you can build an empire from, you get me? Try and get into something where you can make money, look after the fam, set something up, pass on to your kids, because if you don't do that, no. Same thing.
Even if you don't exactly know what direction you're going in, just set something up, you know what I mean, and just set yourself a little foundation so you can build on it. You know what I mean? Like they say, Rome wasn't built in a day. Everything is gonna take time. It takes commitment.
100%, especially with that. So imagine, okay, so man's been trading 3 years now, yeah. On my 3rd year is when I got my proper strategy. All before that, man's making money, but with this strategy, man's making consistent money, if you get what I'm trying to say. So on that point, Rome isn't built in a day. Don't think you can just jump into something you're making dough straight away. It ain't gonna happen like that, man. I think with us as well, like as blacks as in general, man, a lot of people are impatient, you get what I'm saying? They want something right there and now. If it doesn't work up, they don't stick to it to make sure it prevails, you get what I'm trying to say? So stick to your guns and just push through with it, man. Like at the end of the day, you stick to it, you come through.
What do you think the main stereotypes that we've got and the main things that we have to overcome?
Boy, for me, main stereotype is no togetherness, man. Like, if there's some, and there's not gonna be no time everybody's getting along, it's all rosy, it ain't gonna never be like that. But when, you know, when it calls for man to pull together, you know what I'm trying to say? And even in certain times like that, I don't really see it. So togetherness, that's one for me. Togetherness and putting money together, you get me? To have some sort of economy there. Just bearing in mind, like on a quick one, obviously we're in UK, right? Look at America right now. I heard Biden, he's won the presidency, he's like the 46th or 48th president, right? But I heard a majority of his votes came from black voters, yeah? But there's nobody that took an agenda to man and be like, we're gonna vote for you, what are you gonna do for us? Like one of them ones do.
It's just a fucking sheep thing.
Yeah, stuff been set up.
It's basically finding the worst out of the batch, you know what I mean? Because both of them are bad, but then it's just the person who's the least bad one. The lesser of two evils though, that's the way shit.
But what made me more angry was, Ice Cube, he made like a black agenda, and don't quote it, go and research it and look up under Ice Cube or whatnot, but I heard that he made a black agenda, and I heard that the presidency, the 2 candidates or whatever you want to call them, they hollered at him basically to find out what it was and whatnot, and then would you do this for us if we voted for you or whatnot, and people were calling him a coon, you get me? So they're trying to call him a seller for him to try and make a plan for the president who gets in place, what they're going to do for black people. Black people call him a seller. Yeah. So I'm trying to say, so
that's all of that with us bashing each other and that is so.
It's not.
I feel like that's one of our biggest downfalls as well, like hating on each other, bashing each other and that, you know.
That's a stop that.
It's not right.
Do you know what it is? There's certain Mandem that are in certain positions. Do you know what I mean? In terms of where they are in the movement, for instance. So my man's a rapper and I have Ice Cube and them things there. there's certain man that these quotes or these opinions must come from people in the movement. You know what I'm saying? So for that to have happened, fam, you know what I'm saying? It's probably because their perspective on life and what the work they're putting in is not the same as my man's. Do you know what I mean? People that they know and the experiences that they have are not the same as mine. So they have an opinion on that. You know what I mean? So I think that's where the division comes as well. For a lot of people calling him a coon and these things, because I understand what he's trying to do, but also at the same time, we need to be working together. We need to network if we want to build something for ourselves, innit? And the perspective that these people in the movement have must be that, you know what I'm saying, that we can't expect a white man in America to help us.
You can't expect no one to help you. You know what I mean? You got to be your own motivation.
This is what I'm saying.
You know?
I've seen in America, like, there's been families and couples that have bought, like, how much acres of land and stuff like this. If we do this and put it in a system, then, do you know what I'm saying, our thing can flourish. It's only with networking, you know what I'm saying, that
but also, I feel like as well the media, like the media have portrayed us in a negative way.
They got that
and
agenda.
it's kind of like a brainwashing agenda.
I want to talk
Like
about that, you know.
they put a lot of us people like in security, you know what I mean, enforcement positions, security positions, like intimidating stuff. Like I feel like they attribute violence to blacks too much, you know what I mean? And like all of this, like, you know, designer and the kind of mentality we have here, where not to put money back into your own community, but to put it into the white man's community or the Chinese community or the Asian community. You know,
I was gonna say this right there. I was gonna say one thing.
a lot of conflict and diversity has been the root cause of this, and it's been happening for a long time. And I feel like it's gonna take a generation to change. It can't just be it's not no little steps. It's got to be generational change. You know.
Teach the new generation.
Never know overnight. And all I want to say is this, and I ain't got no, like, people make whatever music they want to make and all this kind of stuff. I'm away from the stuff that I used to listen to back in the day, because as you get older, stuff changes.
Don't get me started on that as well,
But
man.
at the same time,
the
yeah,
music.
At the same time, I ain't gonna say nothing other than look at what they allow you to sell. Look at what music they allow you to put out. You get me? So if you look at it, you know the examples what I'm putting. Like, look at that to see what people should really be moving towards. You get what I'm trying to say? Putting in like real messages in music. Like I heard there was one.
But those real messages, they won't sell. If you try and help your community, you're not gonna go far with it. You know.
That's what I'm trying to say.
They're all
so
into this gun, gang, all that kind of stuff. You know.
So the people that's got them major platforms with them mad followings and whatnot, if they put out not no inspirational, you get me, no madness like that, but if you put through a tune with a real message, that's what's gonna hit home. Real messages.
Yes, man. That's what I'm trying to say. But like you said, it's hard for them people, especially when it comes to independent artists and all that as well. You know what I mean? You got Real Pain here, busting his thing as well. So he speaks on real thing, and even up to big dog here. You got some cuzzy, hey boy, I don't know when I'm trying to spit some bars or whatnot, but boy, we're out here though still, man. So yeah, man.
It's deep, man.
Yeah, it's deep, man. What do you think? I don't know if you guys brought it up, because I just walked off and that. What do you guys think about the situation of that thing that happened that went viral, where everyone see that little that incident of that brother doing to that girl though? Right. So I just want to touch on that just on a quick one still, because my thing is that obviously, because I do the patrol with Forever Family and all that, you know what I mean, just to just push this message out to kids and all that there's people out there that's willing to listen, bro. Like, willing to be confining them to our elders on the road. Because the main thing as well, like, some of these youngers are kind of scared of the guys that's on the roads, and they might not want to talk the right guys though, because, you know, like, even up to the gang thing and all that, we don't. It's certain lanes, you see it, but
there's certain levels to the conversation.
Yeah, the levels to it, but I just want more of an interaction from the guys that's on the roads to the young generation, showing them that we're out there and we care for them, blood. So that's the reason why I was out there, because I'm from the roads and I see these young kids and all of that, and mate, you know what I mean, boy, someone have to get smoked.
100%.
You see what I'm saying?
That's
someone, we all know that it's the guy's tightened up, yeah. But I just want to make sure, yeah, that there's a G code that You just need to have to keep alert, cuzzy.
Be
Just,
vigilant.
yeah, and be more vigilant. So I was just asking, like, yeah, man, what else? Like, what can we do to at least like enforce the fact there that we don't want none of those type of
Man, them back.
shit going in the ends like that. You see it?
Listen, man,
You know what I
people
mean?
need to be aware, blood. Whether you got kids, brothers, sisters, you
Sisters,
got
yeah.
cousins, you got nieces, blood. You got people that go to school. You was a kid once yourself. You know what it's like. You get me? If you're walking on road, you see something that, you know
Don't
how
look
it
right,
is, man.
you know
If
what I mean?
something
Yeah.
hits you that way, bro, you get me? You have to act on it, man. Like, you can't
Yeah.
be walking around out here like walk past somebody. The next minute you hear something mad happen, you didn't do
Obviously,
nothing.
you
about
can't
it.
go around
you
accusing
gonna-
people, you know, and just jump into conclusions and all of that.
Yeah, of
But
course.
At the same time, you got to just make sure, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It won't hurt just to ask or just to say, are you alright, you know? Because
Exactly.
even if I wasn't doing anything wrong or my daughter or my niece or something, I would still appreciate someone just making sure that she's good or something like that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, not going to people and persecuting them about it or anything like that, but
quick
just to,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, to make sure everything's all good. Cause
Of course.
we can all clock telltale signs of stuff when things ain't right. Do you know what I mean? You can. So if you see something that might not be a little bit right, you can just give a little nod or just say, hello, you alright? Yeah, you're
Yeah.
good and that. And then after that, if you see anything going wrong from there, then you can maybe take it a bit further. But
Yeah.
you know, you just got to be more vigilant, you know, and don't be afraid to speak out if you see something.
That's
not
the
right,
next
you know
thing
what I
as
mean?
well. That's the next thing. You want something to say? But the next thing I was gonna say is that that's one of the reasons as well that like it's a little bit difficult to approach people. You see it? You see what I'm saying? Especially in the black community, because we think that if you're gonna approach, man, it's a little bit of a violation.
The community here is a little bit different to other countries, you know. Because
Yeah.
there's some countries where the community are so tight together, you can't go on a bus or you can't go into a shop without someone talking to you.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
But here, we just do our thing, no one talks to each
Yes.
other.
No one. Yeah. No one will know our neighbours, do we?
You could do an hour journey to somewhere and not speak to nobody.
Course.
But there's other countries where you couldn't go 5 minutes without someone saying hello to you or
Course.
someone talking to you about something.
Yes.
I feel
Yes.
like it's a community thing, you know
No,
what
it
I
is
mean?
though.
But do you think? Because you know what it is. You know what? No, but because if you go to West Indies or this, you know what I mean, some other countries,
Certain culture.
you can't. Yeah, you can't go nowhere without saying like hi grandma or whatnot or morning and things like that. So is it like? You know what I mean, big dog.
Man trying to run away, blood.
Yeah.
I say one thing before I go, because I'm just duck in a minute, blood. More time, people don't care about shit till it happens to them. You know? People need to change that shit. The reason why
Everyone's
that thing went
responsibility.
viral the other day is because people saw that and they saw somebody in their life that they love. They saw their brother, you get me, a sibling, you
yeah.
get me, a cousin, a niece or whatnot. So
You
that
know-
made
you know-
them hit home and it went hard.
You know what really got it for me?
Yeah, don't
The
let
ending where
it
the girl was
be
crying, man.
something happened to you
That
and
one
then
hit
you
home,
act on it,
man.
blood.
Man,
You see
you know what I'm
something, make the change, man.
Boys that to
She
me,
couldn't even
boys.
get her
For
words
real.
out, man. You
Boys
couldn't
that
even
to
understand
me,
what you
yeah,
just
they-
said.
What you got to say to this, Kazi?
You know what I'm saying? And then I heard it. I
Where?
said,
In general though, because you don't have to pick that. You don't have to pick that. It's about how should we be like, how the man them on the road should treat like younger generations and elder generation. Because like you see me on the out like the other
There's
day.
got to be a lot more interaction.
Yeah.
Interaction a lot more between the two. You know what I'm saying? Try and have a better understanding.
Well,
of
you
each
weren't
other.
looking for him.
Do you know what I'm saying? But that's on the addict.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, man, I'd just say a better connection, more understanding, more like my brother said, just more time talking to the young ones. You know what I'm saying? All of that. So that's all needed, man. Do you get what I'm saying?
So Kazi,
I think,
we
you
definitely
see
push
this thing,
that.
yeah, I
Go
think
on.
you got to look at it in two ways as
Yeah.
well. innit? Okay, you see, obviously, there's a little girl, so obviously, parents from the parents' perspective, I think you got. I don't know what year she was in.
What was she
I think she might have been in year 7.
like that, man?
she's 11
But-
years of age.
Year 11, so year 7. Okay, that's a bit old enough to go to school by herself. But you see, for the younger kids in primary school, I think parents got to see to it where they're taking their kids to school, because there's a lot of madmen on the streets, innit? So you kind of got to be there with your child, taking them to school to make sure they're safe.
Yeah.
On the flip side of it, yeah, is the guy himself. Yeah, I feel like nobody in their right mind is doing that to any little youth. You know what I'm trying to say? So I think like people need to look into why the youth did that. So what was the root cause of it? I feel like mentally something went right.
No,
with the guy.
but it was reported as well
Okay,
that he did have some sort of
mental
like he's got a mental illness.
Okay,
for the past.
so now coming to that now, I
explains.
feel like in our community,
But
we need to.
it doesn't excuse.
Yeah.
It
It's not
an
explains.
excuse.
It's
No,
an
no, I'm not
explanation. Yeah,
saying
no,
it's an
I know you're not
explanation,
saying that. I know you're not saying that.
Hold on.
Yeah,
It's not an
yeah.
excuse, but
Yeah.
I'm saying we need to be more aware of mental health. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because we
Exactly,
kind of
yeah,
discard
yeah.
it in our community.
Yeah, so what basically, what you saying, what you saying?
Like my brother said, yeah,
Yeah.
it's not an excuse, innit?
Yeah.
It's just an explanation.
It's an
If you-
explanation
yeah,
for
yeah.
why it's happening.
If you know someone, you have to keep a little bit of an eye on and watch, and probably even speak to people that you know that's going with their head loose.
Yeah, yeah.
Communicate to the people, because we all got crazy people that walk around the road. You see it?
Yeah, yeah.
But like you know what I mean, around our community.
It's hard.
So it might be our agenda to try to communicate with these people, trying to find out a little bit more and find out where their heads at or not. But boy, I don't know, it's something can it, because the main thing as well, man, we don't want to just keep on talking about the negative, and we want to be active on ourselves. We want to make sure that we are doing something.
Yeah.
What I wanted to touch on there.
Go on.
is, If you don't deep it, there's been already a war on black people in this country as it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you look into the last 3 days, and we've been active, family. Yeah. We heard about the little girl being abducted, attempted to be abducted,
Yeah.
and been raped. Yeah. The young girl in Fulton Heath that was stabbed, and the little boy that was on the same day when we went down there, he was attempted to be abducted as well. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So there's a war. What I'm trying to say is there's a war on black children. This is what I'm trying to say to you. You know what I'm saying? It's not a coincidence.
And even up to the injection in the
You know what I
fucking
mean?
schools
Exactly,
and all
the
that.
vaccines.
The
all of
vaccines.
these things,
There's been a
all
lot.
the
This year has
testing,
been
all of these
crazy,
things.
cuzzy.
All of these things.
Crazy.
One
2020.
thing I was gonna say as well, yeah, from the Dakar, seriously, innit? No check up on law and that. You see when they're doing all this fuckery with coronavirus and all that kind of stuff here, they're pushing certain shit that ain't actually law. So if you pull them up on it, they can't actually do nothing for it. But because people don't know shit about law,
Yeah.
they don't know about them things there. Check out some shit about Bristol, Slim Matrix. Check him out on Insta as well. He put me onto some shit about what they're doing in Bristol. They're not having it. They tried to going into shops talking about they have to close down. They're like, nah, they're not closing the shops, and they're handing police and council workers notices and paperwork, and they're going away with it, having to read it up and come back. So people look into law. You have to know the law as well as, you get me, what's around you get me. So fucking yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Because you got something to say in it, no?
Yeah, no. On that law thing though, like just a quick question. I feel like even though that it's not in law, like for them to be pushing this, because I heard that like even the like this whole curfew thing.
Yeah.
It's something that they shouldn't really
There's
even
a lot
be.
of unlawful.
Yeah,
acts
it's
that they-
unlawful.
Yeah.
But do you really feel like if you was to stand up against that you're really gonna get anywhere? Because they're actually pushing it.
They-
Like,
you-
do you know what I'm
if you
saying?
know how to- if you know a way
they're
about-
being unlawful in what they're doing. Do you know what I'm
If you
saying?
know a way
So-
around the law, or if you know the law, you definitely can.
You reckon?
You definitely can. If you know the law, and if it's not actually law. You get what I'm saying? But if it's actual in law, then obviously you ain't gonna get away with
Some
it.
people get away with that shit, some people don't.
Yeah.
That's
You have to
how I
know,
see it.
it's sometimes as well, it's the complexion for protection, man. So if you look right, you might get away with it. But
So
at the same time, if you got the right information, it's alright.
what's the solution for us, man? I think we should make sure we're more alert of things like that. Because you know what, when you're on the roads, we don't think like that. You see what I'm saying? We don't think these things can happen in front of us. These things happen around us. You see it? We're out here, we do our own
Around the
thing,
corner, we don't
and then
know.
we don't appreciate our little things. Because even up to like grandma holding bags and all of that type of stuff there, like even up to I'm a little child that can't afford trainers and clothes and stuff, like you might see him a little bit bummy or something, I ain't got a home to go to. All of that little kids might be going through, and man them don't know, and we see them.
Right next to them in the shops, like.
You see it, and then even though the mums there, because you like certain man are shutting hard food, you might know that the mums is like the hard food cat and all that type of thing there. It's all about just keeping aware, man, and it's like, you know what I mean? 'Cause at the end of the day, man, no one wants to go through that shit, fam. Any type of shit, fam. Because then that's the reason why we have all these criminal activities, because they're put in scenarios where they have to defend for themselves. There's no one out there that care for them. You see it?
Hey, what, before I bounce, what are you
So
saying
the-
about solutions?
Yeah, the solution is that everyone has to be on the G code. Everyone needs to understand what's going on, and we need to keep aware and put that in the back of the mind, like the same way we put in the back of the mind that we come out there and we might get stopped and searched. We have to be put in the back of the mind that we might have to come out here and then help someone today.
Right,
see it?
G-code, bro.
That's all it is, bro. And it don't matter who you are. You could be gang affiliated, the baddest man and all that type of shit there, bro. But
The baddest man got family to look after.
cuzzy,
so-
everyone's got sisters and everything there, man, daughters and whatnot, bro. So, bro, I'm leaving it as that on that subject, but we can move on away from that though still. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I'm gonna kick out, but I need to fucking get back to
Yeah, cause I'm blessed up there.
Mandem.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, we're done with that. We're done with that. That's the street convo though. Still, we're here though, somewhere in Newham, blood. That's the thing though. Easy Herbs there. You know what I mean? Real Pain there. Check him out. You know what I mean? Even GI Jonez, he ain't here, but you know what I mean? He new tracks and all that. Yeah, OE, LBB. You see what I'm saying? Every man are out, but Easy Herbs or enough said, man. Maybe we're